Alright guys, it's Kieran from Red Devil Weekly back again with another transfer stream, another Manchester United stream. I'm here with the wonderful Zach's FootyWorld. Say hello, buddy.
Hello.
Hello, there we go. He's right in the stream. And if you do want to subscribe to his channel, which I'd really recommend, go and check him out. Link is in the description. And also go follow me on Twitter and go follow him on Twitter as well at @TheFootballG. So go follow him on Twitter. The link will be in the description down below. And if it isn't, I apologize, but I think it is. But anyway, yeah, make sure you go subscribe to him on his YouTube channel. Matthew Coyle and United lads have joined us. Welcome to stream, guys. How are you doing? Matthew Coyle says first, and United lads are second. Unfortunate, but you know that's what you get. But thanks for joining the stream. Oh, my lamp's gone off. Doesn't matter. Let's get straight into the business of the transfer rumor that I've titled the video with, and that is Julian Draxler. Now there is a rumor that Manchester United may be in for Julian Draxler on deadline day. Now, obviously, Neymar has joined PSG in this transfer window, and which does mean that PSG will have to offload a few of their players to sort of, you know, try and make up that money in the deficit. Will Julian Draxler be coming to Manchester United? And I'm going to ask you, Zach, would he be a good addition for you if he was to come to Manchester United?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think he would be an absolute amazing addition to the squad. I think it would really help us out. Great squad depth then. A very, very good crosser of the ball would definitely help with our crossing issues, as we saw in Leicester. At the Leicester game, we weren't very clinical with our crosses because we have the right tools. We just need to give them the actual stuff to deliver and get the crosses, because we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic coming in January, who's a very, very good header of the ball, and we have Lukaku. And all the height in the squad we have, we can definitely need a better crosser, and Julian Draxler would give that to us. And also, I think Julian Draxler, he's just so much more quality than what we would have. I think he would maybe force someone else out the door. Maybe if you got Draxler in, we could force a Lingard out, which would be very, very helpful. So you'd be forcing players out that you don't really need at the squad, and it would just give us so much squad depth, good quality squad depth as well, which we would need to compete in the Champions League, the EFL Cup, the FA Cup, and the Premier League. So there's so much fronts we need to fight on, and it definitely helps us out with Julian Draxler. I think it would be a very, very good signing.
Yeah, I would agree with all the points you made there. And yeah, I think Draxler would be a great signing if we were able to make him. And I think it could happen. You never know if we put in a cheeky bid on deadline day. But obviously, there's some people saying that our business is done, but you never know. Just before we get on to the next point, I would like to thank George Kyle, the United Roundup United fan, for joining the stream, guys. Welcome. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to all the channels in the description. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Zach, and also like the stream because it really does help me out. And also, feel free to share the stream around with your friends on your social medias or anything like that. Really do appreciate it. So obviously, we've talked a bit about Julian Draxler. And in my opinion on him, fantastic signing. I think it'd be a great crosser of the ball. A few comments here. United fan says, yeah, he would like Draxler as well. George Kyle says there's somebody behind me. I can't see anyone behind me, but, I mean, thanks for letting me know. Chew says we need some Big O in the house. Well, he is in the house. He's indeed in the same house. But I'm not sure. I can get him on if you want, but we'll see what happens. But, yeah, thanks to everyone who's joined already. And Asian Gamer, welcome to Streamer's Friend as well. How are you doing, my friend? So, obviously, another rumor that has been sort of been talking about in this transfer window is let's see, Riyad Mahrez. That's what I was going to talk about. Riyad Mahrez has been recently linked with Manchester United in the past few days or day. I'm not really sure. Now, obviously, he's another sort of wing player like Draxler, and he played against us in our last game against Leicester, and I thought he was probably one of the most influential players. Obviously, Leicester weren't the best attacking wise, but they were still one of the most influential players. But you know, I think you know he would be a decent addition to the squad if we were to bring him in. So we'll see what happens with him. But Zach, would you want Riyad Mahrez coming in to Manchester United? And do you think this transfer can happen?
I think if we put 50 million on the table with the Leicester, I think it would definitely happen. I think it would be a very, very good addition to the squad because, as we saw at the Leicester game, our right side is also quite weak with crosses as well. And Mahrez looked very, very good with his crosses. He looked quite composed. And I think he'd definitely help us out. But realistically, I don't think we're seeing us sign him just purely because he's one of Leicester's biggest players. But I think if we put 50 million on the table, we would definitely get him in the squad. I think he'd definitely help us out, though. I think maybe the left is actually all right after all with Martial and Rashford kind of into swapping between that and throughout the whole season. I think that would be pretty good. And I think the right side is quite weak. Now you've got Mkhitaryan playing in the cam role. So where Mata was playing, you could have Mahrez there. And I think that would be a very, very good role for Mahrez. I think he could flourish, and he wouldn't be kicking up a fuss to be playing every single game. He'd be kicking up a fuss if he wasn't playing once every 5 games. So you wouldn't get too much hate from him and too much kind of first team worries about him. So he'd be quite good for a squad player. And again, more squad depth is what we need because the squad depth is a very, very important part for the season because we need to be competing in the Champions League. We can't be doing bad in the Champions League. We can't embarrass ourselves in the Champions League. And I think Mahrez would play a big part in that. Same with the EFL Cup and the FA Cup. So we do need to be fighting on all these fronts. And I think this is going to be a very, very good transfer if it does happen. I just don't see the Glazers giving us the 50 mil that we need. Just a shout out to Asian Gamer, welcome. Thank you for saying. And a shout out to George Kyle. Like Zach a lot, very articulate and very informative.
Yeah, it seems like you've got some very, very decent fans there. Also, Tube's making the comment that you sound very, very professional. So, I mean, I tell you guys, he deserves more subs. I'm telling you, he deserves more subs. And also, I mean, if you think he deserves more subs, go share his channel as well as subscribing on your social medias and everything like that. Because I tell you, he's a great person to have on the call. And as you said, guys, really articulate and informative, as George Carl said. So, props to you, man. Props to you. G has joined the stream. Welcome to the stream. And also, someone else joined the stream. George_10 joined the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. How are we all doing? Also, guys, in the comments as well, keep getting your thoughts on transfers and anything like that. Throughout the stream tonight, we will be talking about anything you guys have spotted, any sort of news or any sort of potential ins or outs at Manchester United. So please do, please do get your thoughts in the chat, and we'll have a great debate with you guys. But my thoughts on Mahrez anyway, I think he'd be a fantastic signing. I think, obviously, at Leicester, I don't think he deserves to be at Leicester. With the performances he's been putting in, especially the title-winning season, I know that was a few seasons ago, but he's shown glimpses of what he can do, and I think he's a very, very good player. I don't think you can deny that. He's 26 years old, so he's still got quite a lot of time to develop into a better player. And I think under Jose Mourinho's management, he'd be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I do hope we sign him. And obviously, the crossing is something that needs addressing. So I think he would definitely address that matter. But keep getting your thoughts on things in the comment section. Tube says best United channels: Red Devil Weekly, United Lads, Asian Gamer, Zach, Max, plus. Then the 6th best is United Stand. Fair enough. I think Mark would have something to say about that. But cheers for the support. I think we all appreciate the nice comments you're making here. Let's see what you guys are saying. George says, don't think we'll sign anyone, sadly. Would love a piece of Sanchez, but looks like City will sign him. That's another thing I was just about to get onto. Obviously, Alexis Sanchez looks like he will be leaving Arsenal. And obviously he's been linked with Manchester City mostly, and it does look like he'll be going to Manchester City. But Manchester United have been in that mix of clubs sort of linked to him, so you never know what could happen. But to be honest, I do think that Man City are going to get him. But Zach, I'm going to come to you on this. If Manchester United were to get Alexis Sanchez, and if this deal were to miraculously happen, how much would he improve the squad, and how much do you think he would help the squad to achieve, achieve great things in all the competitions this year?
I think he would absolutely amazingly improve the squad. An amazing player, so much quality, so much experience, so much skill, and he'd drive the team on. He'd keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. I think he'd really help us out. Obviously, the more squad in depth, you put him maybe in that Mkhitaryan role, you could have Mkhitaryan on the right. You maybe have him on the left sometimes, and that would give more competition with Martial and Rashford. And if Sanchez did come in, you could see Martial being played still on the left, but Rashford maybe moving to centre forward reserve role, which is pretty much where we think he'll all end up at the end of the day. So I think it's going to be very, very exciting if Sanchez does come. But at the same time, if you look at the competition he's against, he'd probably prefer to go to Man City to reunite with Pep Guardiola. And I think Arsenal would prefer to sell to Manchester City because they believe Manchester City are a smaller club than Man United, which is true. And I think you'll be seeing that. And also, I think Man City would probably prepare to pay a bigger fee for Sanchez than Man United. And also, I think Man City would probably pay the bigger wage than Man United would, just because of the current affairs with the Glazers. But the dramatic improvements he would make would be absolutely amazing because you might get Lingard out of the team, you might get people who aren't really United quality out of the team, and I think it's just ridiculous if we did get him in, because the improvements overall would be amazing. You'd be getting rid of a couple of players who we actually don't need the squad and that aren't United quality, and we'll be adding in this experienced, skilled, young, small, well, not young, experienced Chilean, and yeah, very, very good. I just want to shout out to Asian Gamer because he went hashtag Zach to 100k, and then Asian Gamer put Zach, you mean for Guardiola.
You made some very good points there. I think, you know, with this whole Sanchez transfer business, I think it's unlikely at the moment, but I mean, as you guys are saying in the comments, I think, you know, in my opinion, we're not going to sign anyone before the end of the transfer window. But I've just seen some reports, and I want to make a few, see what your guys' thoughts on it. So yeah, also, you know, appreciate all the support towards Zach tonight. Really do appreciate all the support for all the United fan channels. And yeah, they're all in the link in the descriptions as well, so go check them out. But let's see what you guys are saying. United rounded up Michael Keane. Congrats for the England call-up. Yes, Michael Keane did get a call-up to the international squad. So congratulations to him. He was close to signing for Manchester United at one point, and that didn't really work out, and now he's signed for Everton. So I guess good luck with his career. G has asked thoughts on Arsenal at the moment. We will get into that a bit later. But I'll just read a few of the comments, and then we might talk about that. Welcome, Matthew Jones, as well. Welcome to Streamer Friend. How are you doing? He says, I've been saying this for a while. We need another player. I don't understand why we don't give Mourinho his players that he wants. Well, I think it's a bit, I don't know. I think, you know, in this market, it's very hard for a manager to get every single player that he wants. Obviously, we've got a very big transfer budget, but I think you know, I've seen Zach talk about this in a few of his other videos, that the Glazers are sort of starving Manchester United, and you know, the money, I don't know, it just seems like they're slightly greedy, and that's going to hold us back. But also the crazy market that we're in at the moment is not going to help us really at all. But good comment there from you, Matthew. The Governor's joined us as well. Welcome to Streamer Friend. How are you doing? He says, we don't need Sanchez. I mean, that is an interesting point. Obviously, you've got Anthony Martial and, you know, all the wingers we have. So yeah, I can see where you've come, where that's come from. Bob Mitchell has joined us. Welcome to Streamer Friend. How are you doing? If you haven't already, guys, as well, if you are watching and haven't already liked this video, like the stream, please do hit a like on the stream. Really do appreciate it. Oh, decent. Tube says, if we don't sign a winger, expect to see young Jesse Lingard start to flourish and blossom into a very key force for us. Jesse Lingard. I don't know if he's going to get too much game time this season, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, I don't see him. I think he's going to be the hype man. I think he's going to be the handshake man this season. But keep getting your thoughts and things like that in. Really do appreciate it. A lot of comments tonight. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to read up from the comments here. George says, "Where's Big O?" I'll tell you, he's in the house right now. I mean, he might come on soon. I don't know. George Kyle says, Sanchez would replace Juan Mata in the team and just generally boost our productivity. I think, Mata's done a very good job in the team. He's very skillful and he's a good player for those big games. But as you said, Sanchez is just an absolutely fantastic player, Premier League proven, and has carried Arsenal. I mean, without him, Arsenal would struggle to get into the top 6. So I think Sanchez, again, could walk into most teams in the Premier League, if not all of them. So, yeah, I definitely agree. Let's see what you guys are saying. Zach, can you spot any comments?
I would just spot like one saying Jones Bob Mitchell said Matthew Jones, he's now at less money at Liverpool, so he's taking he's talking about Oxford Champion taking less money at Liverpool than staying at Arsenal or getting potentially more money at Chelsea. I think that's just quite funny to see, like the potential Arsenal are falling at. Like they're falling off a cliff right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Ozil goes as well, maybe in the next couple of summers. But that's very, very interesting. I just want to touch on another Sanchez, Renato Sanchez. Apparently, he's going on a loan move for a whole year to Swansea. What? Am I hearing this right? Swansea. Why can't we get him on a loan move? Why can't we either put a bigger bid in and get him in? Because he's an amazing, amazing player. So much potential. We could have him in our squad. More squad depth, because I think we need more squad depth. You see what Liverpool are doing, whether Coutinho money, whether they're getting in Lamar, whether they're getting Oxlade-Chamberlain. There might some Spurs might be getting Barkley, who won't be starting instead of Dele Alli, but the squad depth is what you need to be able to compete on all fronts in the season, and we need that in every single position. We have that with Romero. We don't really have that with Valencia. That's why we could have done well with Aurea, but he's gone to Spurs. We'll probably talk about that later. And I think if we'd have got in Renato Sanchez instead of him going on loan to Swansea, even if we got him on a loan, it'd have been great for our squad depth. I think that would really help us out in all the competitions. I just think it's a bit ridiculous that we're not going for any more squad depth players, but it's just the Glazers just tightening our throat, not letting us breathe, and not letting us buy anything.
Yeah, true. I agree. I think that it's kind of... I don't understand it. I don't understand why we're... it's all well and good getting starters, but as you said, with all the competitions coming up, you need the squad depth, and that's where, title-winning sides are made, with the squad. And, I mean, I know this is not the direct quote, but Sir Alex Ferguson said that, you need, strikers win you football matches, but defences win you titles. Now, I know that's not about squad depth, but, I mean, you could sort of link that with the fact that you could also say that squads win you titles because obviously, a starting 11 is all well and good, but if we get a few players injured, then I don't see who we can bring on with any quality. Obviously, with the wing positions, we've got a few players, but as you said, I think, our squad depth is really essential. Just want to welcome Casper Games as well. Welcome to Stream a Friend. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, please do like the stream. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you haven't already, guys, just to remind you once again, go subscribe to the fantastic Zach's Footy World. Link is in the description with all the other Manchester United channels. Loads of comments coming into, guys, so sorry if I miss any. Let's see what you guys are saying. I have to go up a bit. The United Roundup. Do you guys remember when we signed Falcao just randomly on deadline day? Those were the days. Are those days gone? We'll see. We'll see. But I do remember when we signed Falcao, and he didn't turn out too well, but, he's doing quite well at Monaco at the moment. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Asian Gamer says, we don't need him, but it'll make it easy to win the Prem. About Alexis Sanchez. True. I mean, some people are saying we don't need him. Some people say he'd be an absolutely fantastic a signing. But I think either way, he's a quality player, and to have him in the squad would not be a negative thing. Bob Mitchell says, oh, yeah, you've already read that one out. Let's see what you guys are saying. Matthew Jones here says, if we allow Jose to have his fourth player, we'll be able to fulfill to the best. Mark made a great point yesterday in that if we don't buy a winger, it'll be like having one hand behind your back. True, I think, obviously if you guys watch the United stand, Mark Goldbridge does make some decent points, and he does talk about the fact that if we don't, sign, have a sign a forced signing and sign Jose Mourinho then obviously he makes the point about the hand behind your back, and I sort of agree, but I don't agree the fact that, he hasn't been backed. I think he has been backed by the board, but I just think, I just think that it's going to be hard to get that fourth signing, but you never know. Deadline day, guys. Deadline day is manic, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for all the comments, by the way, guys. Really do appreciate it. Widom7, welcome to stream. How are you doing? Haven't already, please do leave a like on the stream and subscribe for more videos on the channel. But I think you are a subscriber, so you are my G. Asian Gamer says, would you take Di Maria back? Now, this is something that we can talk about in, have a bit of a debate. I'm going to give my opinion on it first. I personally wouldn't. I think, obviously, I think just because the fact that I don't think he would be that much of a popular character amongst the fans. Obviously, people saying that he left for PSG and sort of snaked us. But I mean, he was an all right player. I just don't think he really fulfilled his potential at Manchester United. But Zach, would you take Angel Di Maria back at Manchester United at this moment in time?
All right, okay, so I probably wouldn't, just purely because he kind of snaked us and he was a flop and he didn't really try that hard. I just think it wasn't kind of his fault, though, because Van Gaal kind of ruined him like he ruined a lot of players, like debatable with Falcao, Schweinsteiger. He ruined quite a lot of players, and it's quite interesting to see how he kind of do without he would do with Jose Mourinho who had under him. And I think that'd be quite exciting to see. So if I had the chance to get him back, I probably would, but it's not really too good with the fans, so I can see why people say no. But for me personally, if you have a chance to get one of maybe a top 40, 30 players in the world, why not get him in? He definitely improve our squad, and he definitely helps out on the right because take a very decent player. Obviously, he's a little bit older now than when we got him, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't think it will ever happen, but I would like to see what he could do because I think Van Gaal definitely did kind of knock his confidence completely. I'm trying to read out a comment from Matthew Jones.
Yeah, sure.
We need to play someone on the wing, someone that can cross but take on people. If we look at our squad, only Valencia and Shaw are able to do that. Yeah, exactly. So I think we either need another right-sided player that can do that, like maybe a Mahrez. I think that's probably more realistic because I think realistically, I think we'll be seeing someone like a Mahrez. I don't think you'll be seeing a Bale. There were links to him, but I don't think it'll be happening because the Bale transfers take so long to kind of like work out. Like with the Griezmann deal, it took about 3 months to actually get done before he pulled out. So I don't think you can see the Bale transfer being done within like 24 hours. So I think the deals we can really get done are about the 50 to 60 million pound mark.
Yeah, I agree. I think obviously big money transfers, unless they're already sort of in the works behind the scenes, they're not going to get done this late on. But yeah, I was also just getting a call from Asian Gamer. So I might add him to the call if you're all right with that, Zach. But let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section. But as I was saying to Zach, yeah, obviously big deals, they don't usually get done on deadline day. And I think there's no harm in putting a bid in because what's the worst that can happen? He gets rejected. And, it's not like you're going to lose any players. So you can only really gain from that. So I think a cheeky bid would be all right. But yeah, keep getting your thoughts and opinions in the chat as well. Bob Mitchell says Ibrahimovic would be holding back the team. Some people have this opinion. Some people say that Ibrahimovic is a very slow player and he wouldn't be, he wouldn't be a very good player to have because obviously he's not the fast forward that people want. But I mean, I think he's a quality player. He's got the skill. He's got the, experience. And I think that's one of the major things he's going to bring to Manchester United, that experience in the dressing room. When our backs are against the wall at halftime, he can give the players some experience and sort of calm down the younger players. I mean, think about, Rashford and Lukaku and the players he can influence and make better. So yeah, I think he'd be a decent signing, but I see where you're coming from in terms of his play. United Roundup says Griezmann, when Mkhitaryan wins Ballon d'Or, I will fill up a paddling pool and throw you in it. Yeah, Mkhitaryan started very, very well to the season, so I wouldn't put the Ballon d'Or past him. But yeah, I don't know.
If he wins the Ballon d'Or, I will eat my shoe, and it'll be a whole video of just me eating a shoe.
There you have it. There you have it. Zach's going to eat his shoe if Mkhitaryan gets Ballon d'Or. Fair enough. I guess it's time to put your shoe where your mouth is. Eh? I'll be here all week. Bob Mitchell says Arsenal fans think a top player like Draxler or Dijk would join them. Van Dijk, I think he's talking about. Yeah, I think Arsenal in a crisis, and I think they're in real trouble. They are in real trouble. And yeah, I don't know why, if you're a top player like that, why, if you're looking at the Arsenal shambles, frankly, why would you want to join them? Join Manchester United. Join the best club in England. Yeah, join the best club in England. Best club in the world, arguably. But yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying. Widham says, would you like Riyad Mahrez? I think he's quality. Yeah, we talked about this a bit earlier. I think Riyad Mahrez would be a decent signing because I think, he would, obviously the crossing situation would be good. And I think, with under Jose Mourinho, he can become a fantastic player and fulfill his potential. Widham's also talked about Perisic. And we haven't already talked about Perisic. In my opinion, that deal is dead, but I'm not sure if anything's happening behind closed doors. But I mean, I think I would have liked Perisic. Obviously, he's showing that he can cross a ball. He's very good at taking on players. So I think Perisic would have been a very good signing to make. So yeah, I mean, I'll go to you on this, Zach. Obviously, Perisic was very much linked with Manchester United throughout the transfer window. Do you think this deal's got any chance of happening? And do you think he'd be a fantastic signing if we did bring him into the club?
I think it'd be a great signing if we did get him, because he would put in amazing crosses. Like I said earlier, we have the tools, we just need the crosses to go in. And I think we could get around about 10-15 goals from headers this season. Do I think it will happen? Probably not, considering Inter Milan look pretty stead on. They're going to sign a contract with him. When you sign a contract, it looks like it's not really going to happen, is it? And I think Inter Milan have just pushed this way too far, and I think Perisic really did want to go. I think Perisic really did want to join Manchester United, but I think he had his head turned by Man United, but Inter Milan was stubborn, and they just said, no, we're not selling you unless you pay this. So they kept on changing it, and they clearly just didn't want to sell him. So I just don't think it's going to be happening. I had to see that, because when everyone was down him, like, no, I don't want Perisic, he's 28, he's old. That isn't old for a player. That's prime years for a player. And also, they saw, like, his performance against Chelsea in the international pre-season. Then they were like, wow, this guy's good. But by then, the deal was over. And I think it's been dead ever since. I don't think we've had any contact with Inter Milan, in my opinion. But I would still take him. I just don't see it happening. And if Inter Milan was stubborn throughout the whole summer, why would they not be stubborn now? Like, there's no point. I just want to add up, just want to talk about Asian Games said Di Maria or Perisic. In my opinion, I'd go Perisic. You'd be more hardworking than Di Maria.
All right, there we go. There is Zach's verdict. I'm also getting a call from Big O as well, so I might add them to the call. But obviously, with Di Maria or Perisic, I'm going to give my verdict on it. Ooh, I would at this moment in time, I'd probably go with Perisic, just because, I think he's, as Zach was saying, prime years, and he's proven he can cross the ball really, really well. And I think, as you said, I don't understand the people who were saying that, Ivan Perisic is too old and, I don't understand it. How can we bought Matic and look at him. I mean, obviously, yeah, he's not going to be at that level for, 3 or 4 years, but I don't know what these guys are saying, but obviously they've got their own opinions, and I've got mine. I can't change them. George _10 says Peppa Pig or SpongeBob. I'd go SpongeBob every time, mate. SpongeBob every time. But yeah.
Freedom said Mourinho needs to stop playing cams on the way it makes the team unbalanced. I think he's talking about Juan Mata. I think that is very, very true. And a bit like Mkhitaryan. I think that would definitely help. I think Mourinho's probably just doing that just purely because he doesn't have the option, and the Glazers just aren't dollar bills. So, very, very sad.
Yeah. Also, by the way, Governor, are you writing comments? Because I can't see the comments you're writing.
Yeah, I can't see him
Yeah, so if you are writing comments, I'm afraid I can't see what they're writing. I mean, hopefully you can get that sorted out. I don't know what you're going to do about that, but yeah, I can't see any of your comments if you are writing anything. Or if you're just putting a dot, then fair play. But yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please do hit that like button as well. Really do appreciate it. I think we're close to 20 likes on the stream, so that's absolutely fantastic. So please do keep hitting that like button. Widham says LVG finishes 5th and wins FA Cup. Sacked Wenger finishes 5th and wins. Oh, the Big O has joined us. The Big O has joined us. All right, I guess I'll add I'll add this guy as well. So we've got 4 people in the call now. I think we've got we've got Asian Gamer and we've got the Big O as well, and we got Zach as well, obviously. Yeah.
You know how we're in the stream? I went 150 subs and a diss track.
Yeah.
Yeah, United lads just put where's the 150 diss track?
Oh no, the diss track.
Where is it? Because do not pussy out last minute. Don't usually do it. Bottle it like Tottenham or Arsenal.
Mate, I would do it.
You're writing it and doing it within the next week, mate.
Week?
You're way past 150 now, so you may as well do it.
Yeah.
All right, get me to 1 mil subs and I'll do it. No, I'm joking. No, I mean, look.
Ask me a question about United, mate.
Huh?
Oh, that's what you wanted me to come on for.
Oh, okay. Well, you called me. So, but yeah, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Oh yeah, sorry, Widhams. I was answering your question. Sorry, mate. So he says the difference in club standards is staggering with the fact that LVG finishes 5th and wins the FA Cup, then he's sacked, whilst Wenger stays in a job after finishing 5th and wins the FA Cup. Now, is he saying that Manchester United have better standards than Arsenal? And I think we'd all agree. But obviously, guys, the transfer window is coming to a close tomorrow. I want everyone.
We're gonna sign someone. I'm not even joking. We are definitely gonna sign someone. I can just see there.
Well, I want all your guys' opinions in the call right now. I'm going to start with. I'm actually going to start with Asian Gamer. Are you here?
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, you might want to speak up slightly, but yeah, if you are here, do you think what have you thought of our transfer window this time round? And do you think we could have done anything better, or any of the signings not great signings? What are your thoughts on it, Asian Gamer?
We could have got a better defender. We could have got Moran. I would love to get Moran. Moran and Dybala are dream signings.
Fair enough. I would agree with that. Obviously, defender. We've currently got what? We've currently got Phil Jones and Eric Bailly in the centre backs, which are doing well, but I'm not sure how they're going to be like. How they're going to be like when we're getting challenged by a really good attack. But yeah, obviously I'm going to come to you.
Only good attack in the Premier League really was Man City and Chelsea.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. I'm going to come to you, Big O, on this. How do you think Manchester United's transfer window has gone? And do you think we could have done anything better?
Well, obviously, I think it's gone pretty well. Obviously, I'm under the assumption that we will be getting the 4th signing tomorrow. I just think, I guarantee he's been sitting on a deal for ages, and he's going to unveil it tomorrow morning. It'll be throughout the whole day. It'll be going on. By 11 o'clock, we'll have the signature of either Riyad Mahrez, Draxler, or maybe Perisic. You never know. So strange. He hasn't actually yet signed the new year deal, the new deal at Inter. So you never know. Strange things have happened. But I definitely think there will be another signing. As the signings we've already made, I think it's quite good. The other thing with Lindelof, I'm quite puzzled as why he's not even in the squad. I know Jose said he wasn't ready, but how can you buy someone for £30 million when they're not ready? That's just puzzles me. But you know, Lukaku guaranteed goals, Premier League. So yeah, I'm pretty positive. Obviously, yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting this window out of the way, really, because you know when your team doesn't have loads of rumours flying around, it can get a bit tedious. But you guys wait tomorrow. There will be a surprise in the transfer window, and it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I think you're wishful thinking with the signings. To be honest, like, I mean, I like your positivity, but I do think you are wishful thinking there.
No, not wishful thinking. This is calculated thinking. This is calculated. Like this is calculated. Considering the history of Mr. Woodward, he likes to give us a surprise, give us a little gift on deadline day. It might be one of the people that aren't performing leaving the club, but it's almost going to be certain. Jose wants 4 signings, and I tell you what, he is going to get 4 signings. Trust me.
Well, there we go. We've got roving reporter Owen Coyle. Owen Big O on the Big O on the scene. Jacob has joined us. Welcome to streamer friend. How are you doing? He says Liverpool are the real red men. Well, I mean, that's just false, but thanks for joining, and please do leave a like on the stream, my friend. I know I've just said your opinion's false, but please do still leave a like. And then we're going to come to you, Zach, on this. How do you think Manchester United's transfer window has gone, and do you think we could have done anything better?
All right, okay, so I'm going to be a little bit controversial there. I don't think it's been a great transfer window at all, actually. I think... Oh. I think, look, if you think Matic...
What is going on? Oh, right, yeah, Zach, carry on.
Okay, so I think Matic definitely is obviously an improvement on Fellaini and that. So you get one improvement there, but you got Lukaku replacing Zlatan because Zlatan's not going to be back till January. I think it's not going to be too big. And then you've got Lindelof, who's not even playing. So we've only really signed 2 players. So if you think of it like that, if we only actually signed 2 players, it wouldn't have been great. Obviously, my opinion is not shared throughout. But I can see why some people say it is a good transfer window. But I just don't think it is the greatest, in my opinion. But at the same time, I think we've done our business quite smartly. I think something we could have done, like better, is probably got more signings done early. Like we could have done the Perisic deal a lot earlier if we were willing to pay, instead of like scramble over a couple of million. And that's nothing to Man United. I think we could have probably pushed on and maybe got a 4th signing, maybe a Draxler, even if we knew, because I think Man United probably would have known if the Neymar deal was coming up, and they could have gone like, right, the Neymar's deal coming up, we can go Draxler. So I think they would have been informed about this, and I think they could have done that. But yeah, and I would agree with G. He says only 2 players, but they were crucial to the team. Very, very crucial, but I think we needed more. That's why I'm calling it not the greatest. Not the greatest thing. But yeah, George Carr says he gets a man like Zach, man legend, A-Mac. He never drops the ball cool. I'm telling this kid, he's got total recall.
Dropping bars there from George Kyle, but yeah, you actually sort of
Super Goldie's diss track, are you?
No, to be fair, you did open my eyes to the fact that that Lukaku was a replacement. I didn't actually really think about that, but we have got a few comments here. Jacob Tennant says you don't even know how old I am, mate. Oh yeah, he's talking to Tubey Tubes because Tube said, Jacob, you haven't won the title in your lifetime. Oh yeah, to be fair, if you'd have to be what, like?
I thought to be fair, you're open to the criticism. If you're a Liverpool fan coming into the chat of a United fan channel, you are open to the criticism.
Yeah, you're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, but guys. Players! We got 3 players coming into the team. Players. Yeah. Okay. Apparently, I said that once in a stream.
We're gonna have 4. We are actually gonna sign someone tomorrow. I'm not even kidding around.
Yeah. Okay. I believe you. Okay. United lads and George, thank you ever so much for joining the stream. Thanks for joining. And
I'm out. Right, if we don't sign someone,
this is gonna be good.
If we don't sign someone, I get to slap you in the face.
That's just wrong. Well, no, because you have to get punished if you don't, because you're the one raving about it. If we don't sign someone, then you have to wear a Man City shirt, and you're going to come on my stream with a Man City shirt.
I'm that confident that we are going to sign someone that I will not be wearing a Man City shirt.
All right. Vitality has joined us. Welcome to streamer friend. How are you doing? If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
But G says, Owen, thoughts on Arsenal? I have a few words to say about Arsenal. They are totally clueless. If you look back at my Footy Talks video ages ago, I did say Wenger out. Everyone thought I was being hasty, but look who's right now. Look who is right now. Arsenal, they're staring down the barrel of relegation. Wenger should go. Gazidis, Kroenke should go as well. Wenger out, blood. I think that, I did find it funny, but now I just feel bad for them, really. I feel really bad. They're losing they could be losing Sanchez. I mean, it's all gone wrong for them.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. Arsenal
I really don't feel bad for them, though.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad as in, like, I'm, like, crying, but, like, I'm almost, like, it's like when you're being a dead animal, isn't it, really?
Oh, God.
We've got a few comments in the chat. Oh, sorry, guys. So I'm just going to interrupt you for a few comments in the chat, and I'll come back to you guys in a second.
Instead of listening to us.
No, I'm listening to you guys. There's a few people commenting. I'm just going to read them out, all right? Jacob and Bob Mitchell are both Liverpool fans, and in the chat, Jacob says you won't be saying that when Liverpool lift the Premier League and Champions League at the end of the season. Champions League. You dick. And Bob Mitchell said, as a fellow LFC fan, shut the fuck up. Even he's saying, Jacob, mate, you can't win. There's Man United fans here who in their lifetime have won more titles than Liverpool will ever win in your lifetime. So, I mean, thanks for subscribing to the channel and joining the stream. Please do leave a like. But
Thanks for
subscribing. We're just gonna rip you.
Oh, Jacob says, Bob, you're not a true supporter, not even sticking up for your own club, or a bit of beef between the Liverpool channel. Liverpool. Guys, let's not.
Tell you what though, Liverpool, their transfers have been actually decent. Like, I would get rid of Coutinho for 148 mil, getting Thomas Lemar, getting Virgil van Dijk, and getting Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think that's better than Coutinho, because you're like evolving your team a lot better than just having Coutinho in it. I think they are. I think I don't think he's worth that at all. I don't think he's like shit. I think he's decent, but I think he's not worth that.
Yeah, Kieran is a beggar.
I saw that Asian gamer. What the? All right, okay. But yeah, I think there's a comment from George_10.
My Tube says Jacob's title challenge is going to end up in crackers.
Though isn't there a cracker brand called Jacobs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a nice pun there.
That was brilliant.
George10 says, if we get Mahrez, I'd be happy. Yeah, I think we'd all be happy.
I don't think it'll be Mahrez, unfortunately, but I do think we'll get someone, but it won't be Mahrez.
There we go. Transfer agent Owen Coyle. Owen. Big O. Yeah, sorry, Asian gamer. Sorry.
We'll get Messi.
Yeah. All day,
He
every
might
day.
actually join City. If he joins City, I swear to God, I'm going to be so annoyed.
Yeah. I don't.
I actually fucking hate Saudi Arabia.
Oh, there's a rant
What is
coming out.
Oh, you hate David Moyes?
No, Frodiola.
Oh, Fraudiola. Right.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
Asian Gamer, did you say you love David Moyes?
No, I don't. I don't like. Mate, tell you what, David Moyes. Yeah, I can't really say much for him, to be honest.
I feel bad though. He went went from Man United to Real Sociedad to Sunderland.
Yeah,
And
I
now
know.
he's gonna be like, he's literally gonna be managing. Like,
Don't.
Yo, CJ Skills, welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you doing? If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and like the stream if you haven't already. Really do appreciate it. We're actually growing quite quickly, 163 subscribers. Really do appreciate all the support. And if you haven't already, please go and subscribe to Zach and also the United Roundup. Both links in the description down below. You know where to find them. Oosh!
Breaking news is broken. It's very important.
There we go.
It's about to be an I told you so moment.
There better be. It actually better be. It actually better be, or else I'm.
It's an I told you so moment.
No.
Oh, say it. Say it. What is it?
I can confirm. I can confirm.
You're lying.
You're lying.
oh yeah, Man United could put 50 million for Asensio. Is that it?
No, right?
We can't see.
Manchester Evening News. The Manchester
Oh,
Evening News.
shut up.
Alexis Sanchez has been offered to Manchester United.
Ooh, it's the Man United. It's Man United Evening News, so it's absolute bullshit. So thanks for that contribution, Owen. Really do appreciate it.
That's 50 mil for Asensio. They're literally gonna.
What if we sign Big O on deadline day? Sorry to go, but I think that I'll guarantee goals, I'll guarantee assists, and I'll guarantee a league title. So, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
All I ask is 100,000 Milky Ways.
CJ Skills says, "Is it deadline day now?" No, it's not deadline day now. It's tomorrow. And also go subscribe to Zach's FootyWorld. He will be doing something for deadline day. If you want to check that out, go subscribe. I would appreciate all the subscriptions to all the channels in the link down below. George Kyle talking about Zach's proposition about Asensio. He says Real Madrid will never let go of Asensio. I think he's a wonderful player. I think
He's not gonna be. He won't go for 50 mil. He'll literally. I reckon he'll win the Ballon d'Or. I rated so highly.
90 million maybe.
I think Mkhitaryan will win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he's done well at the start. Look, Owen, you think you're Mystic Meg, but really you're more of a. I don't have a. Oh my god, I've just sold myself short here.
You got too far into the joke. You got too far. You're digging so deep.
Oh, thanks, mate. Vitality says, do any of you think we'll actually sign anyone tomorrow? Because I hope we will, but I feel like we'll take.
Make sure you stick around because we will sign someone tomorrow. Trust.
I don't think we will.
There we go. An actual.
We'll all upload a video though if we do. So
Yeah,
check all the channels out.
check all the channels. They'll all be uploading videos and.
We will first to tell you. We will be the first to know because we are so.
Yeah, we've got all our reporters at the grounds. They're all there already setting up.
Yeah.
They're all.
You'll be standing outside bloody Huddersfield's ground.
All right, thanks. G says Red Devil Weekly social blade blowing up with a grade C. Yep, grade C. I used to be C+, but I'm now C.
Yo, I gave it a flavor.
Asian Gamer gained a subscriber. Brap. There we go.
Like kind of a C minus.
D minus. All right, a C's not bad then. A C's not too bad.
C minus.
Oh, this is great.
George Kyle says, "Yep, agree with Asensio as future Ballon d'Or winner." And apparently,
yes,
Tube says Liverpool is in talks with Russian youth prospects Marceli Dimitruk. What? Look, I mean,
with 4 wheels.
No, what do you make of Manchester? What do you make of Manchester? What? Oh my god! What do you think of Manchester United going for this Manchester City youth prospect? Apparently, in Manchester City.
Boring crap. No one actually cares. We'll never get to the first team.
What do you mean, the Marcel Dimitruk?
Marceli Dimitruk. Bob Mitchell says, I just subscribed to Asian Gamer. There you go, Asian Gamer. Bob Mitchell, your new subscriber.
I got a Liverpool fan.
Oh yeah, no, you got Liverpool fans. You can do all that. You can do all that ranting to him. But yeah, seriously, guys. Seriously, go check out all the channels in the description. And
You don't have my sister deleted my videos. Won't see all my videos.
Tutu says Marcelli is a key asset. Marcelli key asset is sweaty goals. Yep, sweaty goals. Sweaty goals. Get your. I'm not going to say that. Oh no.
Did you say sweaty goals?
From midnight tonight to midnight tomorrow.
No, I'm not doing a stream at midnight to midnight because I'm not. If I was going to get paid loads of money and had a sponsor, I might do it. But I'm not going to do a midnight stream.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
For what?
Hook him up. Hook him up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If anyone else,
Adidas, Nike, health and life insurance, whether it's
confused.com, anyone. George Kyle says 11 p.m. is the transfer deadline. Indeed, it is. And at 11 p.m.
Why is it not 12?
I don't understand. And at 11 p.m. I'll do a video of Owen in a Man City shirt.
Need any assistance with your machines? Go to IT support partners.
Oh my god. Okay. Bob Mitchell said Arsenal and then 3 poo emojis. Well, fair enough. That's his opinion. Tube says.
I have a talking point.
All right, you know what? Let's talk about United for a minute because Zach has got a talking point. Take the floor, Zach. Take it away.
All right, okay. It's kind of like a football talking point, to be honest, actually.
Fair enough.
All right, okay. So you saw Raheem Sterling red card. Do you think people are trying to make us football fans just demoralised? Because we're not allowed to stand up in the Emirates. You're not really allowed to stand up unless you score. You're not really allowed to cheer too much. You're not allowed to swear too much. You're not allowed to get onto the ground, celebrate with the fans. The player will get a yellow card if they take their shirt off or show emotion. He scored in the 97th minute. He's just won the game pretty much for his team. That adrenaline must be seeping through you. You just want to let it out. That's what football's about. That's their moments. Because being a football fan is crap 99% of the time, unless you're a Man United fan, usually, apart from these last 4 years. But 99% of most football fans are all crap until that 1% comes in, where we score a goal, we win a title, we show that real emotion with the fans. And if you're on, a lot of fans are annoyed that the players don't really show emotion with them, but you can't really expect anything when the referees are booking them for showing emotion. I think the FA need to sort their stuff together because I just don't think it's right that they're not being able to celebrate with the fans, show true emotion. I think Bournemouth fans, stewards were acting up. They were putting people on the floor. Someone apparently got a broken arm. Aguero apparently punched someone, but he didn't. They were lying about that. And I think Bournemouth Stadium is just not suitable for the Premier League. They need to add either some more steward points or something like that. I think it's just ridiculous that we're not really letting us enjoy football as it's meant to be enjoyed. We're not even allowed beer, or we're not allowed alcohol at the grounds. I think it should just be more of a party atmosphere, a bit like in Germany. We should be copying off the German FA, where you could play. You can have beer, it's quite cheap tickets, the fans are allowed to celebrate with the players, and also rail standing, because with rail standing, you wouldn't have had what happened at Man City, where people were just piling over onto the ground. With rail seating, people wouldn't be able to run in and run on top of each other. It'd be very, very difficult with that, and you just be seeing people celebrating like normal with a rail in front of them, and that would be really, I think that'd be really, really positive, and I think we need to learn off Germany sooner rather than later, because I think some fans might be just starting to get really annoyed and kind of get a bitter taste in the mouth of English football right now. I'm just starting to creep into my mind about it, because it's not so safe standing up in football anymore. You're not really allowed to stand up. It's just kind of making football a lot more commercial, and I do not think that is good.
Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, sorry, Owen. My mic's gone.
Fans are being dumped in the shit when it when it comes to football at the moment. You know, with all the money going around, the extortionate prices they charge for tickets, and also, you know, the fans are forgotten quite a lot of the time, even though football wouldn't be there without the fans. The thing is that I think at the moment it's like that you have to remember this incident is a one in, like it hasn't happened for ages, and you know I agree that fans should be able to express themselves a lot, but we don't really need pitch. I know in this case it was a 97th minute winner, but we don't really need pitch invasions. I mean, at least at this point, it hasn't got to the point where some fan cracks a smile and they get the yellow card out. So I feel like we should. I think rails standing could be the way to go, or else. But you might get another incident where people get crushed, potentially if they get overexcited about a corner or something.
But yeah, I agree with that, and I think I've got to say to Zach, probably one of the best points tonight. So congratulations for that, and also seeing he's been offered the punditry spot on the United stand. So there we go. But yeah, obviously my opinion on Zach's been apparently from George Kyle offered the
Three Thompson's new comment.
He says, breaking news, football super agent George Collins is in talks with his client Zach to replace Sander Sager on the United Stand panel show. More soon. Oh, I love it. What, you got bikes on your legs? Right, moving on. Well,
I just want to say though, with the standing, I agree. I disagree. I think it's more safer because it's basically, you know where the seats are. Instead of the seats, you just remove the seats. You put a rail, and you increase the length, and no one will be behind you. It should be you and then another rail behind you. So I don't think anyone would be getting crushed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion on this, I think, you know, I think if we had these sort of
You can't say that.
Oh, mate, that is. Oh, goodness me. Oh, no. Owen.
What happens if something like Hillsborough does happen again? That'd be a travesty.
It would be.
Yeah, I think
all the teams to agree on it, like Liverpool.
I think there's. I think the amount of, you know, the safety precautions that people go through these days, I think there'll be no problem. I think, you know, there's so many you know, safety experts out there, so I'm sure it'll be fine. I think it would improve the atmospheres of the Premier League and improve, you know, I just think it would improve the league as a whole. And I do sometimes, I mean, obviously, yeah, call me an armchair fan, but I do watch a lot of the games on TV. In fact, most of them. And the atmospheres, I'm not sure if it's just like the TV's trying to die it down slightly, but the atmospheres just seem pretty dead, especially at the bigger grounds. And, you know, especially at Wembley, I think, obviously, it's going to be really hard for, you know, Tottenham and, you know, obviously West Ham as well to start chance. And I think that just takes the magic out of football. And as you said, Zach, you know, I think commercializing football is awful because, you know, football should be a game for the working class, for any class, really, everyone, for anyone, you know, to enjoy. So I think for them to be doing this sort of stuff is quite ridiculous and actually quite, you know, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth almost. But it's quite disappointing. Hopefully they can get it sorted out. I was actually talking about this on a United Lads stream I did with them. Check them out in the description. I remember we did a collab a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago now, and I was talking about these sort of things, these sort of issues, and I really do hope they can sort this out and make it the, you know, just make it a game for all. And I think, you know, football's such a great.
How do you add?
How do I add?
Yeah.
Right, thanks for that, Owen. How do you add on Skype? Well, you go to Oh no, you want to add someone to the call, do you?
Yeah.
We'll just go into the call, and then it says like add contacts, I think. But anyway, yeah.
You can only do it.
Can I? No. I don't know. I don't know, but I'll see what I can do. But yeah, it's been a fantastic stream so far, guys. Jacob says Everton put a 16 mil bid in for Lamar, and Monaco told them to fuck off. Well, well, to be honest, I, I 16 million pounds for Monaco. No, not for Monaco, for Lamar. Sorry, yeah.
I think it's work.
What I find weird though is that what are Monaco doing with the money? Because they're getting all this cash in, they're getting 75 mil for Lamar if that is accepted. You're getting loads of money for Bernardo Silva, you're getting loads of money for Mendy, you're getting all these players in. The only one I really know who's come in for Monaco is Tielemans, and he joined for 20 mil at the start of the window. So what are they doing with all this money? Either the owners of the club are not doing anything, or anything is really happening at the club. I want to see a load of transfers, and I'm just wondering what will happen, because the talk is if Liverpool get Lamar, they'll be a loan out for Origi, and I think that's not really to Monaco's level. And I think they're struggling to get players in, but they've got so much money, they can put this money into the club and pump it in, and maybe they could compete with PSG if they didn't sign Neymar. I think that league's kind of dead on now, but I just don't really know. Okay, I've just been absolutely destroyed. Tubbs said Monaco bought Stephen Jovetic, Bale, Baldi, and Yuri Tielemans. They've signed 3 players, but the amount of players they've got out, I just don't think that's worth it, to be honest with you.
No.
And they've signed Jovetic, but I don't know if that's really a thing. But I just don't really know with Monaco. I feel really bad for them because they keep on saying letting rid of their players, a bit like Southampton, just on a worse scale, because they were such a good team last season, and this season they just kind of capitulated. I reckon they will. I don't know about Mbappe though. They're still up in the air with Mbappe whether he'll go to PSG on loan and then sign for PSG, or he'll stay at Monaco and then potentially go to Real Madrid. Or there was links at the start someone United getting him, and maybe that could push to next season, the 4-4-2, but I wouldn't like to see that because of Rashford.
Yeah, I think obviously with the Monaco situation, they've got rid of a lot of their players, and unfortunately they didn't get rid of Fabinho anyway, which was a bit annoying. But were we even in for Fabinho? We don't know, but we got Matic instead. But yeah, obviously, I don't. I mean, PSG have got that. Sorry, mate. Sorry, I don't think the stream heard you there.
No, I'm just saying. What if we were trying to sign Fabinho as a wing-back option instead of a midfield option?
I reckon that'd be a decent bit of business. I think I obviously I've been on a.
Obviously, it's not going to happen now. But
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about. Yeah, no. Sorry, I was going to say I was talking about it on your on Zach's channel a bit. I remember we've had a few debates about this. I'll let Zach. I'll let you whatever point you wanted to make.
Well, for Fabinho, there was talk of him. We were gonna sign him for the CDM role, and he went, "No, I want to sign as a right back," and that might have persuaded Jose Mourinho to go for the Matic route. Also, I think if we did get Fabinho, I still rate Fabinho so highly. I think some people would know. I would still take Fabinho over Matic now, even though Matic had an amazing start. I think Fabinho could be a better player overall for the next 5-6 years, where Matic wouldn't give us that longevity. Whereas I think Fabinho, he can play right back as a backup for Valencia, and when he potentially goes and retires, he can fill in there, and he can also fill in for that CDM role when Matic, because he's older, he might get suspension, or he might just be injured, and he might not be able to play all the games, so he could have played there. And I think when Fosu Mensah does return, Fosu Mensah maybe go to the right back, and then Fabinho could be a full-time CDM, and I think it would really help out the squad. And I've been talking about this a lot throughout the whole stream because it's really, really important for the season. Squad depth. Fabinho is squad depth. CDM, he covers. Right back, he covers. Potentially play the centre mid. Just an amazing player. I so highly rate Fabinho. So sad we didn't get him. And very, very annoyed about the whole Monaco situation. How they kind of closed up shop after a couple of their players have left. And very, very annoyed we didn't get our business done, because I reckon if we'd approached Fabinho earlier in the transfer window when he was saying he would like to go to Manchester United when he was in Brazil, I think we could have got that deal done very, very quickly and done. And I think that's very, very sad to see.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I keep getting your comments and everything like that in the chat as well. But yeah, he made some very good points there on Fabinho, and I mean, I've got a comment here as well from Vitality, who says, "I'm probably the only one with this opinion, but does anyone else think that we need a right mid, right wing more than a left wing, left mid, as we have Martial and Rashford for the right, and only Mata and Lingard on the right? Oh, Rashford for the left, and Mata and Lingard on the right. Mahrez, he's saying, would he be a good fit? I think I definitely think that Mahrez would be a good signing. I don't know if we're going to do any more business on deadline day. Big O thinks we might be, but you never know. I'm not even sure if he's still in the call, to be fair. But
I am.
oh, okay. Read a few more of the comments here.
We definitely will be doing a bit of business. Don't worry about that.
Fair play. Read a few more of the comments, which I forgot to read. Read a few more of the comments. I can't do a Scouse accent. Tube says Monaco bought Stefan Jobbik. Okay, we've already read that one out. George Kyle says an excellent production like Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, they've been doing really well as for young talent and producing young talent. But Manchester United have been doing that as well, I would say. Tube says Monaco is in talks to sign Mike Hunt from Irish side Core Ramblers. Oh, right, okay, yeah, okay, I get it, yeah, okay. Why are you swearing on the stream? George Carl says Fabinho's versatility would have been ideal. To be able to play numerous positions would have made him invaluable. Very good point from George, the Kyle Meister. George Kyle also says, oh, sorry, yeah, go on.
Can I just add on to Vitality's point?
Yeah, sure.
I agree completely with him saying that the right side is actually more important than the left side, just purely because Martial and Rashford's output has been incredible in the last 3 games, and they can interchange throughout the whole season. Whereas on the right, maybe in the 3-5, what was it? It was a 4-2-3-1. In the 4-2-3-1, on the right side, matters that. I don't really think he suits that role too well. Obviously, he can play that. I reckon he'll probably play about 30 games in that position. But we need a right, and I think Mahrez would be actually excellent for that.
Yeah, I think I would say definitely. Obviously we've got Rashford and Martial doing really well on that right hand side. No, on that right hand side. On that. No, it is right hand side, isn't it? Or am I being stupid? No, Martial and Rashford play on the. Oh my god, left. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I can't believe I'm such a. Oh, goodness me. But Crazy Pizza Gaming's joined us. But yeah, I was just gonna say that. Sorry. Yeah, go on. By the way, Camille, thanks for joining us.
Pogba, Matic, and Jones are the nominees for the Player of the Month.
Oh, good debate. Who would you pick, guys, for the Player of the Month?
They're the actual nominees, by the way.
Yeah. So who is it again?
Matic, Jones, and Pogba.
So I'm gonna let you answer, Asian Gamer, and you guys can get in on the comments. Who would your Player of the Month be? What? Matic, Jones, and Pogba. Pick out of those. Asian Gamer, who would you pick out of those 3?
It's actually really hard. To be fair to Phil Jones, he's been better than Bailey, and like I bet God would not. That's too far, but I bet knowing this whole universe thinks Bailey is worse than for Phil Jones. But I think it should be Matic, because if Matic was not in the team, this team would probably be relegated by now. I'm joking, by the way.
Yeah. But yeah, Matic. I mean, you're saying Matic. George and Camille both say Matic as well. I'm going to come to you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I think Pogba's going to win because the flashy footballers always win this stuff.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm going to come to you, Big O, on this. Who would you rate Player of the Month so far?
I have to go with
Phil
I'd
Jones.
probably say
Pogba. Do it.
no, not Pogba, Matic, man.
Oh,
That's
He's a
You know
popular.
what? No, right, because everyone, a lot of people had negative feelings about signing Matic,
that's true.
because, and I think he just proved everyone wrong. He proved that he's got a bit more pace on him. He's a bit better on the ball than I thought he was going to be, and I think he's been a vital part of the first month of the season. Obviously, you want to start well, and he's helped us a lot with tackling, making sure that defense is protected well. So yeah, I'd say Matic. Just it'd be a good start to his Man United career as well. Help him spur on.
Yeah, I'll ask you, Zach, on this as well. What is your thoughts? Who has been the player of the month so far?
I'm going to go for the flair player. I think Pogba's insane. I think he's got he got a goal against Leicester. Not Leicester, a goal against West Ham, then a goal against Swansea and an assist as well. And then he didn't, I didn't think he'd do anything in Leicester, but he's had an amazing 3 games and a massive performance by Pogba, really leading the line. I think Pogba, if he could stay here for the next 2-3 years, he could be captain material with Herrera, not really starting too much. Only it's been 3 games, so we don't really know what that's really about. But I think Pogba has been an amazing player for us so far. Just early in the season, definitely improvement from last season. Not the weight of the most expensive transfer in the world hanging on his shoulders, and I think it's very, very easy to see how Pogba was under pressure last season compared to now. He's playing with free-flowing football. Also, the players he's around him, obviously Matic, definitely a good shout for it because Matic is freeing up Pogba to do the assists and goals and get forward and do very, very well. I think Pogba's just kind of playing like he's playing parts with his mates now, and he's just destroying everyone. I think this season's going to be a season where he picks up. I think he'll pick up about 3-4 Player of the Month awards this season. I think that's maybe a casual. I think he'll be our Player of the Season. I think he'll be the Premier League's Player of the Season. And I think by the end of the season, it'll be like 89 mil was a bargain when you have Coutinho going for 148 mil to Barcelona. So I think Pogba will be the guy. I know maybe a lot of people will go Matic, but I just think Pogba's had one of the best starts ever.
100%.
That's ridiculous. How Coutinho's 180-something million and Pogba's 90 mil. Oh my god, sorry.
Yeah, I know, it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, true. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it.
36 subscribers.
36 subscribers for Asian Gaming. I think he's gained a few in the stream, so thanks for all the support for all the channels in the description. George Kyle says, Red Devil Weekly, you're just tired, buddy. Not your fault, all these fantastic streams. Well, thanks for the support. Obviously, he's referring to the fact that I didn't know where Rashford and Martial played. So, yeah, I guess it is 10:40, whatever. And, yeah, guys, I'm probably going to end the stream quite soon. So, yeah, any sort of last debate or anything or any questions you want us to answer, please do get them in the chat.
Can anyone search on these other nominations of the Premier League?
Oh, I'll go Moy from Huddersfield.
Adam Moy.
Oh, he has had an amazing start. I rate Huddersfield right now. I don't think they'll keep up. I reckon they'll probably finish about 14th, but everyone thought they'd be rock bottom of the Premier League. And they are proving everything.
Yeah.
Imagine Huddersfield being like Leicester.
Oh, yeah, Huddersfield winning the league. Yeah, United Lad says Matic as well, and Vitality says Jones has been good, but it's got to be Matic. Now, one thing to end on, if you weren't here for one of my previous streams, I did a rant about the England national team, and Tubes has just said thoughts on the England national team. Now, I've given a lot of my thoughts already, but I think I'm going to go with. I'm going to start with a big O for a start. What do you think of the England national team? Brilliant views there from the big O. I'm not sure I don't think he's still with us, but I'm going to come to you, Zach. Then, what do you think of the England national team?
I think it's an absolute joke, a disgrace. I think we should be performing a lot better. It's ridiculous how we are performing like we are. We lost to freaking Iceland's Roy Hodgson's bad. Get him out. Obviously, he was out then. You got Gareth Southgate. I don't think he has a clue what he's doing. He's doing the country proud. We are a very, very big country. We started the freaking game, and we've only won the World Cup once. We have a good enough squad to actually do something in the World Cup or the Euros, but we're not doing anything. We're going out to freaking small clubs that do little claps like this, clap, clap, clap. And I'm just annoyed because I support England because obviously that's my country, and I support them. I don't support them as much as I did when I was a kid because it's England. When you're a kid, you're like, wow, England are good. Let's support them. But now you realise how bad they are, how crap they are, and I think we should be doing so much better with the likes of freaking Sterling, Harry Kane, Walcott. Anyone could probably get into a Spanish team. But we're not doing anything because our management is so shocking. It's ridiculous. And I think we should be doing a lot better. And it's just ruining the country. And I think it's ruining our kind of, what's the word? Our kind of reputation as a footballing country. And I think it's just ridiculous. I just think, you shouldn't really take the England national team seriously anymore. I think a lot of people would kind of prefer no international break than an international break. I think international football is slow, boring, because I support England, I love England, but it's just because it's England, and I don't think they offer anything, and I think I just hate it. So so I don't think it's good, but I just can't wait for football back. That's my little rant.
There we go. I think I think everything you said was right. To be fair, before I come to Asian Game, I'm just gonna read a few of the comments. Pan United lads, is my mate's the top scorer for Huddersfield under-18s. Oh, the more you know, the more you know. Decent. I'm going to come to Vitality's comment in just a second, but I'm going to let Asian Gamer rant about the England national team. Yet again, really good comments from the Asian Gamer. Are you still here, mate? Can you call me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, fine. I'm going to give my piece anyway. I just think that it's an absolute shambles. I mean, the managers we've had are absolutely atrocious. The fact that we gave Roy Hodgson a job is an absolute joke. He's a clown. He's a shadow of a man. The fact that we kept him in the job after the 2014 World Cup was, in my opinion, one of the worst decisions I've ever witnessed in football history. All right, mate, are you still here? Oh, okay, all right. I'll come back to you in a second. But yeah, one of the worst decisions in football history. I mean, how can you? Who are the idiots on the board who give Roy Hodgson a job? He could barely manage Blackburn Rovers, never mind the England squad. And don't get me started on those overpaid bunch of shit munchers. I'm sorry, but I've got to say, right? I'm sorry, but I've got to say that. I mean, you got players like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain rejecting 180 grand a week, right? He's barely worth 5 grand a week, and I don't understand. And then you get, oh yeah, and if you want to buy an English players, that's 50 million on their price tag. Really, really shocking. Really, really, really. I don't understand it. And oh God, I mean, I've watched England 4 major tournaments, and we haven't won a knockout game. We have not won a knockout game. We are England. We've before been in the top 5 teams in the world rankings. We don't even deserve to be in the top 50. Top 50. What a joke. What an absolute joke.
Overpaid shit munchers.
Yeah.
No, I just think we need to get rid of a lot of crap at the club. What I think with the England squad is we should have different kind of players, and we should have fast players, strong players, tall players, small players. So there's so many options. We don't bring that. We bring one kind of option with Roy Hodgson. That's what kind of failed us, and I think that's just not right, is it? I think you hit the nail on the head. They just get overpaid. I don't think we should pay them for playing in the country. It should be an honour to play for the country, not getting paid for the country.
Yeah, I'm going to come on to Asian Gamer here. What have you got to say about the England national team? Hello? Hello?
Me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I think everyone can hear you. So what have you got to say about the English national team?
Okay, and let's start with Jesse fucking Lingard. He gets paid 100k a week, yeah, and he can't start for England. Alright, we are 13th in the world rank. We're ahead of Sweden, we're ahead of Iceland, we're ahead of Uruguay, we're ahead of Croatia, we're ahead of Mexico, we're ahead of so many good teams, yeah. And we should be lost. We don't deserve any. We don't deserve a ranking. We don't, like, seriously, like, we can't win it. We destroyed the qualifying shit, and then what the fucking shit. We lost against Iceland. The only thing they can do is clap. The God fucking hell. They're like 1,000 people. We probably like a billion or shit. And they, oh my God, and they get paid too much. And England pays £15 million. You know, they should be free. The only good England thing everyone right now is probably Marcus Rashford, because he doesn't fuck up like every other fucking shit player there is. God, it's bad.
A lot of anger coming out of Asian Gamer's mouth there. But yeah, I think we all have a lot of reservations when it comes to the national team. But yeah, I'm probably. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, carry on.
Right, I saw Bob Mitchell's comment, and I was like, yeah, that's true. Actually, how do we do so well at the youth, like under 18s and 21s and 19s level, and then at like full professional level, we capitulate? I don't get it. Maybe the management's wrong. Maybe it's something riddled within the English team that's doing that. But I don't get it, because our youth teams are so good, and with the England team, I can literally do better scratching my balls in bed than them. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's a shambles, isn't it? It's an absolute shambles. I understand.
England does everything wrong.
Yeah.
There's nothing they do right. Like, God, please help me with this.
But yeah, I mean, on that note, guys, I'm probably gonna end the stream here. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit that like button. I'm not sure if we are on 20 likes. I can't really see the likes at the moment, but let's try. Let's keep liking if you haven't already. Subscribe to Zach and subscribe to the United Roundup. Also subscribe to Asian Gamer as well. All links that you'll need are in the description down below. And yeah, yeah. There you go. But yeah, guys, thank you everyone for watching. Really do appreciate all the support tonight. And you know, all the support you've always given me. Thank you very much for that. And also Camille said, I do remember his comment. If you want to go check out Camille, he said he'll be going live soon for transfer deadline day. I'm not sure if he's doing a 24-hour stream. You never know, or a 12-hour stream. I'm not sure. But I mean, yeah, but yeah, go check him out. Go check Camille out. He's in the chat right now. When we get, I think from now on, every 10 subscribers, I'll do one of them. If we get to 170, 180, 190, I'll give a fish fingers for you. But for now, there are no fish fingers on the menu. There are no fish fingers on the menu, I'm afraid. It's just in the chat, there's just beef. I think it's just beef in the chat on the menu. But yeah, not the greatest joke by me, but anyway, no, unfortunately not. I know. All right, guys, but thank you very much for joining the stream. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to the channel. More support. Camille, how do you put a thumbnail on the live video? Just like if you go to your live streaming, then there's a place for the thumbnail. I think.
Change thumbnail.
Yeah, you click change thumbnail, then you put your image. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to everyone in the description. Also, follow me on Twitter, link in the description as well. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys possibly tomorrow or possibly for another stream. And thank you very much for watching, guys. Peace out. Have a lovely rest of your week.